Becca, are all white people racist?
100%. How can you be a white South African and not be racist? And I don't mean that in the way of you necessarily consciously think that black people are inferior. I mean that there is just no way that you could have been born into this society without internalizing racist assumptions. But let's not make that the end of the conversation. It's not racist, it's just a fact. Let's not make that the end of the conversation. Let's say, yes, sure, we are all racist, and what are we going to do about it? Let's move on. Let's not make that the final insult.
I want you all to hear 8 out of thousands of reasons black people were lynched, according to the Equal Justice Initiative's report of reported lynchings. John Stoner was lynched in Dawes, Louisiana in 1909 for suing the white man who killed his cow. Frank Dodd was lynched in DeWitt, Arkansas in 1916 for annoying a white woman. Ernest Green and Charlie Lang, both 14, were lynched in Shibuya, Mississippi in 1942 after a white girl said they were threatening. Oliver Moore was lynched in Edgecombe County, North Carolina in 1930 for frightening a white girl. Henry Patterson was lynched in LaBelle, Florida in 1926 for asking a white woman for a drink of water. Elizabeth Lawrence was lynched in Birmingham, Alabama in 1933 for reprimanding white children who threw rocks at her. Jesse Thornton was lynched in Laverne, Alabama in 1940 for addressing a white police officer without the title Mr. A black construction worker was lynched at Camp Blanding, Florida in 1941 for insisting that a white coworker return his shovel. I want you all to hear 8 out of thousands of reasons black people were lynched, according to the Equal Justice Initiative's report of reported lynchings.
Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Shalom, Kahaloyim, Mahawadla, Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Wahaba, Kwadash, Brakata, Yahawah, Brakata, Yahawashi, Yahabashim, Yahawashi, Brakya. The bonus to the apostles and elders, Shalom to the Malachium, Shalom to the Akwathium. This Yaki Labana with another video, Lord willing. Is edifying Kwam Yasha Allah. You just seen the 2 videos I showed you, man. Straight madness. The first one is Edomite female. Telling you the truth, how all of them are racist. All of them. All right? All of them. There's not one good spiritual so-called white person on this planet. I don't care if they push you out of the way of a 18-wheeler that's coming 100 miles per hour. I don't care if they give you a car after they saw you walking. I don't care if they pay your light bill. None of them is good. All of them are racist. And they hate you. The scripture says, trust not thine enemy. This is the enemy, man. Look how you are treated, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, so-called Mexican, so-called Puerto Rican, so-called Seminole, and North American Indian. Look how you are treated, man. You can see the hatred. The hatred is reeking off of these people. Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity. Who are the children of Israel? You so-called Negroes, you so-called Hispanics, you so-called North American Indians, man. You so-called Dominican, so-called Puerto Rican, etc. You are the Lord chosen people. Look how you are treated. All right? Now, also, too, when you look up this lady here, for being from the South, all right? Salakia. When you look up this lady right here, man, and seeing all the agonizing shit she did to the so-called Negro, the so-called Negro, all right? We say so-called Negro because you are not a Negro. You are from the tribe of Judah. Yahawah is how you say it in Hebrew. Yahawah. Right? And what she would do is she would lock Jake up in cages. She would experiment on Jake. You know, she'll scoop your eyeballs out. She'll make you eat feces. she was making Jake eat feces and sew their mouth up with the feces inside of their mouth. She would castrate Jake. She was experimenting on Jake. She'll break your arms and make you look like a crab and let it heal, and your arms will be bent like a crab. All right? When you look up this lady, Lalaurie, in New Orleans, Louisiana, and they say this place is still haunted. The house the house she lived in, is haunted or whatever. And she was in there putting Jake through agonizing pain. Castrating Jake, cutting, taking their eyes out. And also, too, they was in there eating Jake, too. They was heavy in cannibalism. And the right picture you see on the screen is from the TV show American Horror Story. And when you look through the seasons, it's the third season called The Coven. And Lalaurie, they show you what she was doing to Jake in it. They give you a visual and how she was torturing Jake, making him eat feces, castrating men, hanging Jake, all the things these people, and she's not the only one that was doing this, man. They was doing this all over the world, all right? Matter of fact, Salaki, let's go back to this. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Yahawashi by force of the sword in a time of their calamity and a time that their iniquity had an end. All right? So you can see you can see the perpetual hatred. Just look at the news. Look at your community. You seen how these devils, all right, are doing to us right now. Matter of fact, let me get this right here. This Amos 1:11. Thus said Yahawah, for 3 transgressions of Edom. Edom is the so-called white race, the so-called white man, all right? And for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword. All right? Now, if you look at the scriptures, and if you know these things, Esau was after Jacob. That's spiritual. That's because now you see these Edomites still after Jake with the sword to this day. And you're seeing the agonizing tortures we go through every day. All right? Castrating men, hanging men from a tree and setting them on fire, taking pictures, putting it on a postcard and sending it to relatives. They'll cut Jake's penis off, put it in jars with his, testicles, and ride in a jar as a souvenir. They used to cut Jake's hair off and use it in pillow to make soft pillows. They take Jake hair and stick it in seat cushions to make to make cushions. They took Jake's skin off and made vests out of him, man. This the same thing this devil here was doing. Lalaurie, practicing witchcraft, voodoo. You know what I'm saying? They took the slaves from her. She let her family. When you go read about this lady, Lalaurie, man. And this the house right here in the corner, probably 5 minutes from Bourbon Street, where everybody party at. Where everybody go to party at. These women come out there with these big double D titties, showing for beads, drinking daiquiris, drinking hand grenades, drinking shots, having them a good old time. All right. But 5 minutes from there's this house right here where this demon right here used to torture our people. A little girl combed her hair the wrong way, and you ever getting your hair combed and then you make a mistake. I mean, you comb a nap and it hurt. Well, that's what happened to her. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, her hair got tangled in a comb or something, and she combed it. or whatever. So she started chasing her and telling her, "Look, I'm gonna put you in that. I forgot the name of it, but it's like upstairs torture chamber." And the Israelite, the Jake girl, she didn't want to, so she jumped out of the window, man, to get away from this devil, and she wound up dying. She jumped out one of these windows right here. All right, because this demon was chasing her with a whip, trying to put her up in that room where she had all the slaves that had been tortured, and experiment on up in this. I think it was it was upstairs. You know what I'm saying? And what she did was, so Jake wouldn't escape, she sealed off the windows with concrete. All right. So the Jake little girl, she set a fire and jumped out the window. And this is how they found all this stuff out about her when they went to check that upstairs room. When a Jake girl told them about that room, and that's when they found out what this demon right here was doing. Lalaurie, you heard me? And when you go this right here, when you look at American Horror Stories, matter of fact, this is here. Let me press it. Oh, it ain't there now. Salaki. When you look at it, they show you visuals of what she was doing to people. All right. So there was into cannibalism. There was experimenting on Jake. There was doing, like sex changes. She'll cut Jake right off and put it on a woman. It was doing all kind of shit. That is perpetual hatred. That is a hatred to sit up there and torture the shit out of somebody, man. Let me read this again. Amos 1:11. Thus said Yahawah, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he had pursued his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. We don't get no pity here, man. You hear me? It said, and did cast off all pity. We don't get no pity. You know what I'm saying? When you read Deuteronomy, damn, what's that scripture? It said, you ain't gonna have insurance of thy life. You know what I'm saying? And it's another Salakia. It's in Deuteronomy. It's like a constant look over your shoulder here. You don't know what's about to happen, man. This place is torture. This place is dangerous. All right, hold on. What I was looking for, man? Slipped my mind that quick. So it says, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually. So see how that word perpetual keep coming up? Perpetual, and when you look it up, it means continuance. And if you believe in reincarnation, you'll see why this is happening. All right? Because that hatred that they have toward us, it continues. It continued, right? And you're seeing how we are being treated here in their kingdom. But guess what? The roles about to reverse soon. And pretty soon it's going to be our kingdom. But we're going to rule our kingdom, which is going to be on earth, righteously. All right? So we're going to be doing things according to how Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashi has it designed to be, the righteous way. All right? And these people, what they're doing to us, they're going into slavery, hardcore slavery, And these things, everything that they did is being seen and written down, right? So it says, and it says, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. We see it, man. And don't believe that crocodile tears, because the scripture says an enemy speaks sweetly with his enemy speaks sweetly with his mouth, but war was in his heart. And they got another one that said an enemy speaks sweetly, but he imagined how to throw thee in a pit. All right. So these people, and this ain't the only person that was doing that. All of these Edomites was doing shit to Jake, man. But when you look this up, and you hear about the stories this demon was doing, you know. Let's see. All right. Into cannibalism. Did experiments. And I'm sorry for keep saying that, you know. And this is in the French Quarters, 5 minutes from Bourbon Street, you know, around the corner from Louis Armstrong Park. All right. That's that perpetual hatred, man. Perpetual hatred. These are the same people that be saying, what about love? What about love? That wasn't me. That wasn't me. But you knew the scripture said you got to pay for what your forefathers did, right? It's only right. So go ahead with all that. It's love is love. We know you don't love us, man. We know that already. You know, we're not falling for it again. Matter of fact, hold on, man. And this wasn't going to be long. I'm going to go ahead and close it up. Let me get this one last scripture. All right. It's Genesis 27 and 42. It says, hold on, in the words of... No, that's not it. Hold on. Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. This is our evil, wicked twin brother. And this right here, what he said, then will I slay my brother Jacob. It's still happening. He's still slaying his brother Jacob. All right. You see what these modern day centurions are doing. You see what these so-called white women doing, lying on Jake, Emmett Till Jake. You know what I'm saying? And just imagine what they used to do back in the day, like around the time this idiot right here, you know, putting Jake to death, putting Jake in cages, so-called Negroes, burning them with an iron, whooping them with a belt, sticking stuff up their rectum, experimenting on them. Look at this devil, man. Look at this demon. Cold-blooded demon. Sneaky, slithering snake, man. All right. Look at that. And I don't know what's been going on. When I lace up when I do these videos, and I try to put the link in the description, it keeps saying, oh, something about YouTube got to verify. But it let me put the link in the community center. You know. But when you watch the second video, you heard about Jake being hung for wanting a shovel back. You hearing Jake being hung. And when I say Jake, I'm talking about Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel. You hearing so-called Negroes getting lynched for annoying a white person. You hearing, you know what I'm saying? You hearing these things and you like, bro, you know, these people are the master of disaster, man. The wicked. They don't know how to be righteous. The scripture says that his spirit is not upright in him, man. You know? All they know is mischief. That's all they know. Let me read it one more time. Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father had blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And when you look up this word slay, that's what it means. You know, and I wanted to say this too, man. You know, Jake always trying to save this, even though all these things didn't happen. You know, but that Stockholm syndrome, these dudes have, these bubblehead niggas have for this damn devil. Something blocking it out or something. They always trying to come up and save these people who done had their foot in the ass and castrated them and did all kind of things to them, like this demon here was doing to people. All right, but they always trying to save him. So they come up with that scripture. I thought you wasn't supposed to abhor an Edomite. Don't even know what that's talking about. Don't even look words up. Don't even know nothing. But see the word, oh, you're not supposed to hate. And you call a so-called white, you call a white man Edomite. Well, it say don't hate him in there. But when you read this right here, and it says they hate us, they don't say nothing toward this. Esau hated Jacob. They don't say nothing to this. They can hate us, but we can't hate them. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's why 2/3 of our people about to get nuked. Or if you don't get nuked, if you survive that, then the radiation gonna get you. And if you survive that, then you're gonna and then you're gonna lean on a tree, then a snake gonna bit you, meaning you might be so hungry from the famine, you might start looking at your legs like, damn, I don't really need my left leg. You know what I'm saying? I step with my right leg. I walk on my right leg anyway first. You heard me? Let me go ahead and chop this left leg off. Then when that run out, you know what I'm saying? Once they eat their leg off, then they're gonna be looking at their left arm while I do write with my right arm. I write with my right hand. So I don't even need that. You know what I'm saying? So man, our people it's about to get crazy, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. You heard me? Call Lalaurie Yahawashi, Yahawah, by Yahawashi, Shalom.